Welcome back, and this is still the press on KAFTAN television. Like I said earlier, we are reaching you live from the nation's capital, Abuja. Well, we've gotten to the segments where I've been joined by two guests in the studio to analyze some of the headlines that made it to our national dailies. And joining me, my number one guest is Honorable Abdulhamid Dankiaku, who is the former APC North East coordinator, and of course, my second guest is Comrade Duke Alamboye, who is National President, Nigerian Youth Organization. Gentlemen, you're both welcome. Apologies if I didn't pronounce your names well. I sincerely apologize.
It only attracts 20 liters of fuel.
I'm really serious. Just tell me that you've been wanting me to fuel your car. Well, viewers, this is the segment where you can also call in to give in your contribution. And don't forget, you have just 60 seconds when you call in. Now let's begin with matters arising. Well, Comrade Duke, we were saying something before we came on, and I told you that the federal government gives traders 1 month to crash prices, and I was saying, how is this possible? Let me read the rider to that. It says the FCCPC meets stakeholders, explain why 30 days memorandum was given, cites law empowering it to act. Now it says the cries prohibitive prices of goods in supermarkets. Stakeholders blame insecurity, multiple taxation, high cost of transportation for high prices of things. What is your thought about this? Is this possible? How is this going to be possible?
Well, thank you very much. It's a very sensitive issue to discuss. And first of all, I want to give kudos to the federal government to even be aware that prices of goods and services. Don't forget that one of our agitations during the protest was high increase in goods and services, low standard of living. People are suffering. And the first on that priority should be the cost of purchasing, the purchasing power. But goods and services.
Apologies, let me come in here. How much did you, as of today and yesterday, how much did you buy a liter of fuel?
I bought 680.
Okay, you bought 680.
Yes, from where I bought 680.
Okay.
Yes, but the purchasing of fuel is not even the issue. It's the availability of fuel within 2 weeks has been the issue. But let me trash these issues that bothers us so much. You see, we retrogress sometimes. We blame government for being quiet. We blame government for not being proactive. Now, there was a meeting and a consensus, and they would have placed statistics together.
Okay.
They would have checked what are the remote causes of this increase in prices. Sometimes, believe me, we do ourselves, and we put the burden on government.
Okay.
Because there was an increment in salaries, in wages, people, producers, and retailers began to increase prices of these goods unnecessarily. We agree that, yes, we agree that the hike in price of fuel or the high cost in transportation of goods and services should affect or would have affected this increment. But my dear,
are you saying
100 affected? It has. Okay. It has. It did. But we are saying that government has also gone into their research and discovered that this increment does not conform with the increment in transportation. For instance, where you used to transport a goods from Kaduna to Abuja for 5,000 naira, because there's an increment in the system, you now double, even triple. Some goods are some local goods that do not even need transportation are even doubled.
Comrade, let me ask you, how much is the new approved minimum wage?
If we don't tackle this thing, Comrade, if we don't tackle this thing internally, we will keep blaming government all the time. Why is it not possible? Are we not Nigerians? If federal government have said that in 30 days they should reduce or curtail cost of prices in the country, that union, I can tell you that they are aware, even though critically and sincerely 1 month is not achievable. Is a way to express workability to that level. They are all into research. We are all in the economy. We all know what is happening. Let me give you a close instance. A woman selling Indomie just close to our house. Yesterday we got Indomie from another side of Abuja, Jabi axis of Abuja, for a different cost, almost 2,500 differential. We also have local people that influence this thing unnecessarily. And that is the aspect government are talking about. They're not talking about producers. When it comes to producers, when it comes to wholesales, I know that they also know that they have responsibility to cushion the effect of the causes of those prices. So I think, to me, it is strategic. To me, it's a signal to those people that are deliberately infusing pains in Nigerians, and they redirect everything because there's a little hike in the price of transportation. You increase little hike. You increase. Before the it does not commensurate. It does not commensurate. I'm going to say to you. Before this new administration comes into office, how much are we buying for? I just want to. I want to completely agree that. Listen very carefully. That the cost of transportation of goods and services had affected the prices of goods and services, but it has been overwhelmed. Comrade, by people that want to make people that want to make excessive profits, people that want to ridicule the economy. So this is where the federal government are putting their attention. I'm coming back to you, but before then, let me hear from you, Honorable Abdulhamid. What do you think about this? What do you think about this? This directive from the federal government of crashing prices of things to in the next 1 month? How is that achievable? Do you think the federal government is being fair, or?
Well, thank you for having me this morning. As earlier Ben said, my comrade said something, but I think the federal government, they don't even have an office that everly look into our price control. Okay. The federal government should have a price control office, of which, if there is something, if scenario analyze us having a situation of which there are places where you now buy fuel at he said 6 something. I don't know where he got his own. For 680, because myself too. But today, yes. But today I will tell you that Nigerians are suffering. They are walking through their bones in order to go to work, in order to buy fuel, in order to buy food. This president came in to power the day he assumed office. What did he say? He said that I'm removing subsidy. Yeah. He removed the subsidy without even looking at the situation of how Nigerians were going to feel. And Nigerians, before he came in, how much are we buying bag of rice today? People are in situation. People cannot even afford to buy 1 mudu of rice. So that makes it wrong for him to say that this should reduce prices.
But nobody is saying that. Was there an alternative? What alternative has been provided?
The federal government should provide a substantive, substantive, yes, of which Nigerians will have a benefit of doubt, because these people voted him in. They thought that things will be easier for us, but today Nigerians are suffering from different denomination. He removed the subsidy. Where is the subsidy money going today? These are not what we are discussing. No.
But it is one of the things we are talking about. Comrade,
listen, it's part of our problem. Listen. If the president will remove subsidy today, and Nigeria will continue to suffer, where is the money going to? So if he has removed the subsidy, maybe
Comrade, you know where the money is going to.
Let me enlighten you again. Okay. Subsidy was a burden on the Nigerian economy.
I will get back to you. Let's quickly hear from our caller before we forge ahead on that. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Glad to have you join us on the press. Your name and where you're calling us from. And please, you have just 60 seconds.
Yeah, I'm calling from Kaduna.
All right.
Kaduna State.
Your name?
My name is Hashim. I'm calling from Kaduna.
All right, please go ahead.
So, I'm just...
I guess you have to call back. Apologies for that. Comrade, you were saying something, and I asked you, maybe perhaps you seem to know where the money of subsidy is going in. So maybe you could tell us.
Subsidy was a huge burden on the Nigerian economy. Federal government hold subsidy. Federal governments are indebted to the beneficiaries of subsidy.
Are you aware that we're still borrowing even after removal of subsidy?
Wait, I'm coming.
Okay.
When people emphasize removal of subsidy, the money is not even there, was not even there to pay. So there's a lot of constraint on the economy. When they make little profit, when there's little savings, it is being pushed out to service subsidy so that fuel commodities will not lack in our country. So the intention, we all witnessed all presidential candidates vowed, make it as a policy base that they are going to remove fuel subsidy.
Well, not all the presidential candidates. Not all the presidential candidates.
Because the players are aware that subsidy is a scam. I heard Peter B said it. I heard Atiku say it. I heard Tinubu said it. I heard Kwankwaso say it. Top presidential candidates in the 2020 election. But the mistake we are all agreeing here is that there would have been a strategic method of removing it. Perhaps allow the economy to flow. Fuel subsidy removal, to me, in my opinion, would have been a gradual process. That is where we faulted the president. But again, it has brought hardship. We are all complaining. And in this complaint, federal government are also trying their best. Even though their best is not seemingly significant. They are also now owing these producers, people that sell goods and commodities in this country to say, yes, we are aware that we are in hardship, but you also contributors to this hardship because you increase and inflate your prices unnecessarily.
Do you know the federal government have a price control office?
Are you aware of the inflation rate before the amendment of this administration?
If you say there is no price
control office,
yes, I will leave that for your research.
I didn't say.
You can say,
does it function? That's the thing. Good. Does it function?
That is the country we are. But if the government,
but you are protecting the government. If you are protecting the government, then you should give us a heads up.
I am protecting this goodwill from government. Government have been sensitive enough to know that yes, indeed, number one, they recognize that prices of goods and commodities are in the high side. They've taken their statistics. What are the causes? Number one on the board is them. Federal government need to cushion the effects. The factors of production must be critically looked at.
I think I've had enough.
That is number one. Number two, as much as they are also going to do that, we are saying that traders are unnecessarily increasing the prices of goods and services of commodity. They should bring it to where it is variable, where federal government will also take their causes. Federal government have not said that they are not going to do their own part of reducing prices of goods and commodities, but an instruction that has been given that look, we are all suffering this, please reduce yours. We are aware that the prices, the profit you place on your commodities are too high. For them to have come to say that, we should clap hands for them. And not
all right, please let me hear your what do you think about this being sustainable or being achievable?
For me, it's not sustainable. It can't be achieved in 1 month. It cannot, because this is the first thing they said. It can't be achieved in 1 month. And first thing is just one thing.
But you agree with me that it's a good direction.
It's a good direction, but which
that should have given us
a better
1 month. Me and you know that 1 month. Me and you know that is not achievable
enough. Okay, but then let's continue with what you're saying.
Well, mine is just one thing, that they should understand that Nigerians are suffering. Like I have to go back to what he did before. He said that I have removed subsidy, and I don't know why he now moved back last week and to give out 6 trillion. Yeah, whether we have deficit of money that we need to pay other subsidy employees of their own people, because I know that Mr. President is part of them, because he worked with Ajib, he worked with Total, and today they own his younger brother owns Owando. So who is paying who? Who are they getting that money? Who is benefiting from the subsidy? If that money from 6 trillion will be 1 trillion will be given to 36 states, I think that Nigeria will have a better head go. And Nigerians are suffering. We don't have schools across Nigeria. We don't have secondary school across Nigeria. We don't have hospitals across Nigeria. People are in situation of which, if you go to your state, I definitely know in your local government there are no functional.
So therefore, price of goods, price of food.
You're not saying.
What are we discussing? We are on a topic.
No.
We're on a topic. So therefore, all these factors,
it's prices,
meaning that prices of goods shouldn't come down.
It's prices.
Don't forget that what we are saying that leads to inflation of things are high
Nigerians cannot even
transportation, which is the fuel, and the removal of the fuel subsidy has been because
and Nigerians cannot afford to even go to hospitals. Nigeria cannot afford to even pay their bills. Nigeria cannot afford even to pay their school bills.
Please let's hear from our caller before we forge ahead.
It's so much.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Glad to have you join us on the press. Your name and where you're calling us from?
My name is Ibrahim Pocho. I'm calling from Kebbi State.
All right, please go ahead with your thoughts, and you have just 60 seconds.
Okay, to cut it short because of the importance of the discussion, Nigerians need to know that when something has been tempered and it has to, it has to hurt before amending. But the question is, are we willing to amend what has been spoiled?
Okay.
If we are willing to amend what has been spoiled, it will not take that much. Because we have what it takes to correct the wrong that we have made.
Okay.
Somebody was saying that about trillions of naira have been, allocated or paid or something like that. And the others is saying that the Nigerians need to come together and control a price or whatever. So the most important thing is that the president has to understand the pain of the people and about those people that are benefiting from the same subsidy should not be prioritized because maybe the people are not, are that large as the older dominance of Nigeria, because you cannot favor few people and then allow others inflict more pain on them because you want to favor some group of people.
All right.
So the president needs to come out and tackle the problem, because all this price control of a thing, it has linkage to do with the price of petrol, as your guest just quoted that a liter of petrol is about 600 something or 800 something. So if you look at the gap from the station of the fuel and to the consumers and even to the businessmen, you find out that things are going to go high because of the cost of the fuel that we are battling in now. Right. I think that is the little of my submission.
All right, thank you very much for your contribution and have yourself a wonderful day ahead.
You too.
Bye-bye. Hello, good morning.
Yeah.
Your name and where you're calling us from. You have just 60 seconds.
Yeah, my name is Honorable Chris. I'm calling from Port Harcourt.
All right, please go ahead.
Yeah, let me say this. When you want to get it right, you get your information from people on the street, those that are buying fuel, not government officials, not people that government are supporting in one way or the other, fueling their cars. We bought fuel here at the rate of 1,000 something naira. Okay. One of your guests there, is he aware? Are you aware? Ask him, are you aware that in Port Harcourt we do buy fuel 1,050 naira? Some area 1,040 something naira. Are you aware? Now let me ask you, if federal government should give ultimatum or CPC, whatever thing, to give ultimatum to the traders.
Okay.
Are you aware that from Aba or from Oyemi here to Aba, each bus stop, each security checkpoint you drop like 500, 1,000. Are you aware? So if I'm conveying a goods, like maybe I'm doing business, for example, in Aba, I went to Aba to carry the car. Each bus stop, I spend close less than from Aba to Port Harcourt. I spend close to 20,000 naira. When I want to sell the car, when you come, I use God will bless you, sell them for you, I think. So that I'll be patriotic in Nigeria. When we are doing something, we do it the way others can benefit.
All right.
If you are not blaming federal government, subsidy is gone. Why did they remove subsidy? Why can't federal government tell us this is government? Where is Tinubu or your own government? You have filling station. Tell us your own filling station.
Please run your thoughts.
And buy it with 200 naira. Tell us, some of your guests, tell us your own filling station where we can get fuel 200. Then you see the price of goods will not come down.
All right.
You are buying food at a rate of 1,000 something. You are telling the market woman to drop the. You know how much from you people to.
Your contribution is noted. Thank you very much, and do have yourself a nice day.
Can I quickly react to that?
Okay, please go react.
Can I react to that?
Yes, you can, of course.
We need to be well informed. Federal government gives traders, and in your house, you have sat down in your house, you're excluding filling station traders. You're excluding some other people that sells the same commodity. Traders includes all of these people they are talking about. It's unnecessary. When you buy fuel, when you buy the commodity at a cost, and then you go to Port Harcourt and sell it over 1,000 naira. This is where the government they are frowning their face. This is where they are not happy.
What are they
Federal government,
what is the federal government doing
about this? Is what they said.
What they shouldn't be talking on the paper. They created. They should answer.
To God, flog people.
Yes, they should sanction. They should.
Federal
government are saying that, look, even this commodity will sell to you.
No.
You are going to sell it in a very high cost.
They should sanction. They should sanction anybody that does that.
Good. That is where they are going. This instruction is a prelude. This instruction is. I see. Before we started, I said something that, don't forget, this directive came out of the result of a meeting.
What meeting exactly?
Traders meeting.
Okay.
That held in Abuja. All traders, including oil and gas traders.
Before this came up, I wasn't aware of the common Nigerians, the people in the street, like the caller.
This instruction is to help the common Nigerian.
Okay, I didn't even know.
This instruction is to help the common Nigerian.
Okay, how does it help the common Nigerian?
Do you know that? We are all agreeing on in this studio that it is the cost of transportation.
Yes, we did.
That is causing the hike or the high prices in the goods and services.
Addition to insecurity.
We agreed.
Yes. Addition to insecurity. Exactly.
Now, there was a meeting. All regulators, all operators, and government are not aware. Sorry, let me break it down. Because I also blame the government. They're not doing enough of information giving.
That is what I want.
That meeting finished. That meeting got finished.
Please tell us.
They've not come up with even sensitizing the public. You're coming up with this instruction. So people are reacting, even in goodwill. People are reacting negative to it because they are not sensitizing the public enough.
Okay.
They have discovered that there is no need. My dear, there is no need whatsoever to sell fuel in any part of the country for that much. So it means that people, traders within the industries, stakeholders within industries are also using the inefficiency of government to regulate price, as you rightly said, the inefficiency of government to curb insecurity along lines and borders. People are taking advantage of that cause to inflict pains. Before we came, so if government had said, let me make my point. If government had also seen all of this and said, yes, we also have our own part of the blame.
Okay.
But look, as at where we are now, my brother, believe me, there is no need for anybody in the country to sell fuel for 1,000 something, and this should stop within 1 month. What wrong have they done?
No. Let me ask you something, and I would want you to introduce me to the fuel station that you bought your own fuel at.
Because I was surprised when you said
it's seven something.
No. Go to this filling station.
You bought in Abuja, you bought somewhere. Where exactly? Because the last time I bought it was
go to this filling station. 11.
Okay, you are sending us to another places. The federal government should give us places that are more closer to our destination, so that it will be more easier for Nigerians. You shouldn't be sending me to Abia. But let me please. I don't want
you to sound. We are having a fair because I don't want you to sound so degrading. So federal government should tell him where to buy. No. Just statement on national television. It should be. Mindful of what we say.
No. It should be available.
We're on a national program. You don't come and castigate federal government anyhow. It's a federal government to come and show you filling station where you buy. That is not the statement to say.
Because they should
do the best. I've told you in high reputation. Don't say things
they should do the best.
That are not comfortable.
No.
Oh, I leave you to talk on this.
That's what you wanted to react
initially. They are not doing the right thing. If federal government are not doing the right thing, so I should keep quiet. So while
they are not doing the right thing by saying that in 3 months, please curtail.
You said you've made your point. So let's hear his point. You've made your point. So let's hear from.
So what is his problem? That it should not happen.
Can we let?
Or the time is too small. What is his problem?
Allow him.
If the time is too small, stop castigating government. Go straight to it and say,
I should applaud.
You should applaud the person coming up with this.
Wait now, you've made your own point. Allow him make it.
No, I can't sit and make it.
But you can't judge without hearing.
Be careful of what to say.
No.
We are mindful of what we say.
On my own. I think I have my own fair sharing, and this is democracy. And this is the same thing I said the last week.
Yes.
Democracy was defined as a political system, which means my two things I said: freedom of association and freedom of expression of interest.
Guided by constitutional utterances. Guided by you have to be guided by
what did I say?
Wait,
I didn't say anything.
Can you just hold on and let's hear what he's saying?
I will continue to say that if really federal government wanted to do something, they should have used National Orientation Agency to reorient Nigerians.
I agree with you completely.
Because Nigerians are in situation. And first thing is that they have removed subsidy without giving us an alternative. Second is that look at bandits are celebrating using YouTube, sending videos everywhere. Nigeria federal government haven't been able to secure us. They've not been able to protect Nigerians. And look at what they did last week. They killed an emir from somewhere, and today we are discussing something that federal government are putting what do you call committee upon committee and talking on the paper. If federal government wanted to do something, they should act, not to be writing something on the paper. But mine is that Nigerians are suffering, and Nigerians are bleeding, and people are in situation. People are hungry. Is all over Nigeria. Let me ask you something. Somebody make a phone call. He said that okay, fine, I bought fuel at the rate of 1,000 plus, while you get it 600.
That is why government is saying no to it.
They should have.
This is what government is saying
no.
It's the same thing.
Can you please just respect his opinion? Let's hear his opinion, but because you had all the time to say yours, please go ahead.
So it's the same thing I said. Like, okay, we are removing subsidy. We don't know why there are maybe some certain people that I knew that they were given 7 people then previously. During Buhari's administration, because you are giving subsidy to people that are not even, we don't even know them, giving them every day. We now say that, okay, fine, don't even remove the subsidy, leave us, continue giving them for Nigerians to have a subpedal life. Since we don't have good routes, during Abacha's regime, we have PTF, AFRI project, where they go across Nigeria. They are in universities, they are in teaching hospitals. They have given us all opportunities with that subsidy. But today, where is the subsidy going? You know, PTF are all they have go around Nigerians. Nigerian universities. We have lecture theaters, we have lecture halls, we have hospitals, we have hospital beds, we have luxurious buses across Nigeria with subsidy money during Abacha. Okay, today they have removed the subsidy 100%. What are they doing? What are we benefiting as Nigerians? Is Nigeria benefiting from this subsidy removal? No. Okay, today they said that, okay, fine, the hike of food commodities, the federal government are talking on the paper that, okay, we've given ultimatum of 1 month. How can they do it? They've not given us a structure of how they want to do it. Now today is that I know that federal government will now, you know, set up a committee, that the committee should look into this. That is how they will continue to do. This is because we've been committee upon committee upon committee without giving us a head go. Today, look at our people. We can't even travel to our state, because of bandit, because of IPOB, because of Niger Delta vendors, because of Boko Haram.
All right, I think we should hear from this caller before we move to the next headline. Good morning.
Hello.
Good morning. Can you hear me?
Hello.
Good morning. Your name and where you're calling us from?
My name is
You might have to call us back because I can't hear you. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Glad to have you join us on the press. Your name and where you're calling us from?
I am Eda Ogbe Eko, calling from Nasarawa, State.
All right, please go ahead with your thoughts. And you have just 60 seconds.
Thank you. I salute all of you there in the news board for paper review. I want to commend the Nigerians, that Nigeria is a very liable, and Nigerians are well-struggled people. You see, the whole issue is on the federal government. Federal government is the one that suffers the citizens of Nigeria.
Okay.
They knew that these are very few group of people who are maneuver the fuel issue. Why can't they flush them out of that place? Is it made for them only? They can remove them and place others. Like federal government feel that they are benefiting, all of them are benefiting. Even the president is benefiting. This is not benefiting. You should have flushed them. So in terms of fixing 1 month, they're supposed to treat the issue of fuel before going into marketing area.
All right.
Nobody can buy something of 1,000 and sell 900. That will have a loss of 100 naira.
All right.
Talk more of other selling then how. So it is the federal government is tweeting us, is the one that is punishing us. They are not representing us. They are not giving us a cover. God is on top to cover us so that whatever is coming wrong to us, this is that the federal government, who our godly father on earth, is not helping us at all.
All right, thank you very much for your thought, and your observation is well noted. Have yourself a wonderful day ahead.
Thank you, thank you. I wish you the best.
Thank you. I think we've dwelled so much on that. Let's move to this particular interesting headline on education sector, where federal government has set 18 years limit for varsity admission. What do you think about that? Let me start with you, Honorable Abdulhamid. What do you think about the age limit, 18 years age limit of before people can talk about admission, university admission? Do you think that age limit is enough, or do you think it's okay?
I think it's good. The federal government have stood on their ground and made it clear to all Nigerians, and I think it's a very good head go, because there are parents that have been going about, removing their children from some certain class to upgrade them to another class. They think that their children are doing better, but mine is that during my own time, government schools are more better. When you take maybe your son to a private school, it means he's not even doing well during my time. So today is that the standard of schools are not good. So some children will now go to university. You will see them just like babies, without having a foreknowledge of how they should learn. How there are ethics, there are cultures of Nigerians. We call we're all from different denominations. So there are values of which people should learn from home, and there are values of how people should learn from school. And tutors from schools shouldn't allow other children, sons, daughters, to be upgraded to another classes. Reason number one is that I've seen we've come to a prime of time where a father will now go and bribe the school in order for his son, daughter to be upgraded. And even I don't know why, and some of our parents, our friends, are taking their children to go to other schools. They will now ask, my daughter wants to write WAEC or JAMB. They will now say that those schools are good, and they will be given a special maybe arrangement. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying.
Yes, I do.
But the parents of then, they are more careful on their children. They want them to be well cultured, well mannered. But today, the government are now saying that 18 years is the best limit of how a child, or when a child should start going to the university. I think it's a very a good head go, because 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, at least if it's 4 years, because without strike, I think it's a very good start for all Nigerians.
Comrade, I'm sure you're a father, so tell us what your thoughts are.
Okay, I'll see it in two perspectives.
Okay.
Firstly, to support his cause. But
my apologies, let me hold it there. I think we have to hear from this caller because we are running out of time. Good morning.
Morning, ma'am.
Good morning. Glad to have you join us. Your name and where you're calling us from. And please, you have just 60 seconds.
No problem. Mazi from our
Mazi, glad to have you.
I wish to thank Nigerian Labour Union. They tried yesterday. So people, the Nigerian workers, the way they back it's a very nice thing, and they will follow it. And secondly, I think there is need for the government, this consumer protection agency, to see what they can do. This system of price. Everything is not government. The traders are facing a lot of problems. That is the middlemen. The middlemen, when they come, they hide their own price before the buyers will come and take. And the consumers are suffering all these things. The consumer protection agency needs to do that. And local government should start have their own thing in their own place. At least if local government can procure their own food now that the food is coming up, and state government will come and say federal government 3 stages, then we will not lack any food in this country. Good morning.
All right. Mazi Okarafo, have yourself a wonderful day ahead. Comrade, you were saying something. Please go ahead.
Okay, we are in a time, we're in a jet time, when countries are producing young talents to take over frontiers industries, economic value, social value, political value of its country. So if you look at the content of that, it's an abuse to the future of this country. Parents are strategic. When you own a child, you are aware of the modalities, the operational status of that child. You determine where and how that child grows. Children of 3 years, my son is 3 years. If I tell you what he does with my computer and my mobile phone, it will marvel you. We don't have such this thing. So when I decide to put that child in school on time to acquire formal knowledge, and by 6 is out of primary school, by another 6 is out of secondary school, and by 18 is ripe. By 16 years is ripe for the university. You want to say there is a law that is binding that it does not conform with that child's productivity. That is number one. Number two, the system is this law or this instruction or this thing is taken from is taking its edge from the high level. These things are supposed to be done from the foundation. If you want to keep this law, you say, let's leave 18. Let's come to say, every school should admit primary school from age of 8 or 5, so that the system will run simultaneously. When you say that we have millions of students, pupils in school that are within this age that will graduate even 15. At 15. At 15. We have, do you think that's we have, see, development is not by age. Get doctors to discuss this thing properly too. Development is not by age. It's not by size. It's the intellectual, your capability. You see some youths, when we generalize people that cannot do, it's also affecting the system. This policy will be adverse to even the system, educational system they have today. The policy should go the other way around. Give an instruction that children should start primary education at so age. So it flows. At secondary school, you're leaving secondary school at a prime age. You're gaining university at 19 or 18. That is where it should be. Today, if that law exists, what about the thousands of children? Again, if I have to, that is my own case about it. If we have to go by is a prescription or is analysis, it's also good. But again, federal government should quickly also be proactive, not to leave thousands of students that will graduate from secondary school this year, next year, up next year, within this low age range they are talking about. There are students that are set today within 14, 15, 16, prepared in their prime age, intellectuals, ready to hit the university. So what is going to happen to them in 2 years?
But are you not worried about the fact that year in, year out, these universities produce hundreds and thousands of graduates, but there is no job anywhere? Are you not worried about that?
Does this policy all graduates? See, sorry, please. When we are discussing, so I understand. When we are discussing these things, I do not really like when we float on with these issues.
No, we are trying to look at the issues. I thought the question would be
substandard. Yesterday, I need a secretary. I've interviewed 6 persons in my office.
Please,
and the standard.
Thank you so much, sir. That is the reason why I said there are parents that are bribing the what do you call the lecturers, the what do you call the teachers, in order for their children
to be promoted.
I don't have those statistics.
Okay, well, I just want you
to. What I'm saying is that keyed into what you suggested. I agree. This inducement in school is also a problem.
All right.
And also the school standards.
So I just
you made something that is also, you said something that's also correct. In our days, if you attended even a grammar school, you are done. For you to attend a grammar school, go to a grammar school, pass their internal exam and go there, you are done. Private schools are self-induced, monetary value. If you can afford the money, you put them there. Anyhow dull that child is. However, the policy has its advantages and disadvantages.
But
so
then,
it has to be,
let's deviate from that.
It has to be totally weighed.
Let's deviate from that a little. Let's go down to this local government. We have just 2 minutes, so I just want you to like give me your. I want to ask. This headline here says NBA names committee to monitor 774 councils, and the writer said to ensure implementation of Supreme Court judgment. Now, what is your expectation about this local government autonomy and where local government chairman are now in management of the finances that comes to the local government? What is your expectation? Please, you have just 1 minute to react to that.
On a good ground, like I have always emphasized, on a good ground is a congratulation, is a good deal for grassroots.
What is your expectation from the local government chairmen?
Grassroots development.
Yes, okay.
That is my expectation. They don't even need monitoring.
Okay.
Politicians, it's time politicians began to be sincere about what they do. Also, the importance is that this 4 years autonomy you're going to have will project if your party or if you will return for the second term. So what I expect from them is thorough development of the local system.
All right, Honorable Abdulhamid, let me hear your thoughts.
Well, it's the same thing. It's a very, very welcome agenda to all Nigerians. We've been jumping and grabbing in after getting this for over 17 years. We've not been able to achieve this. But today, this administration have been able to achieve this. Local government, I know that the chairman and whoever, because the local government secretarial are going to be at the local government. So no matter what and how, the money that is coming from the federal account,
you must use
it must be used.
But then, are you worried that what is playing out in Rivers right now might play in, because we are the people in position, I mean the governors might want to put in who they want to be answerable to them? Are you not worried about that?
Beautiful. Governors does not have the capacity to do that. Number one is that the only thing is that the governor can do is to sponsor or to sponsor a candidate. Yes. But mine is just one thing. Comrade, I just wanted to ask you something. Do you know the National Assembly budget and National Library budget in Nigeria and the National Assembly Library budget? National Library Nigeria is 980 million naira, but National Assembly budget as of today, cut me anywhere, is 15 billion. Their library. I mean, National Hospital is 2 billion, but Aso Rock Clinic is 20 billion. What I'm saying is that if
imbalance, serious imbalance.
The serious imbalance is all over. So that is the reason why Nigeria will not continue to support those people, because where masses are voting, crying without security, and other people are enjoying in their offices and luxurious homes while their children are schooling abroad. Seriously, are we discussing this?
All right. Thank you so much, gentlemen, for coming and for sharing your wealth of knowledge with us this morning. I really do appreciate you both in the studio this morning. Thank you very much, God, for coming, and it's a pleasure having you. Well, at this point, this is where we come to the end of today's episode on the press, and you've all heard it from my guests. I mean, what is your thoughts? Well, we are going to keep fingers crossed to see what comes out of this 1 month that has been given to traders to crash prices of goods and items. Well, until we come your way some other time, keep watching KAFTAN television. I am Messi Emelite. God bless Nigeria.